All right, welcome back to Two Stupid Guys Trade Stocks. I'm Vinny.
I'm Dylan. Today we're going to look at some swing trades. We're going to try to bring these back and do them more frequently so then I don't have to lose money in my account because it's the only way I make money. So we're going to look at some swing trades.
We have a video coming out about the 2021 recap, and if you kind of see the lessons there, the lesson for Dylan is stick to your swing trades. That's what you're best at.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right. If you guys enjoy this kind of entertaining stock market content of Two Stupid Guys Trading Stocks, by all means, give us a like and subscribe below. We'd love to have you along on this adventure.
Two Stupid Guys Trade Stocks.
Ooh, I'm very excited to see a couple of these.
Yeah, these are going to get a little bit interesting. So a little update. Vinny was shorting Netflix, beautiful short, and he just ended it.
I did.
And I want to go long now, so it's really good timing. So.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. That's funny. It had a dramatic move from I think I initiated it was about 605 and all the way down to 540 as of Friday, I want to say, somewhere in that ballpark.
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
Impressive. All right. Disclaimer, this channel is literally called Two Stupid Guys Trade Stocks. If you follow us into any of our trades, by all means, you do it so at your own risk. This is just Dylan documenting sort of stuff he does and me kind of giving my take on it. We'll also link our video above that is how to swing trade, Dylan's rules about swing trading. You really should watch that before you follow anything.
All right. So these first three, these are ones I'm not doing because they haven't satisfied enough conditions, but they're on my radar. All right.
Okay.
So basically, AMD and Nvidia, they're really, really high up. We're about to have the Fed. Can you talk about the Fed while I pull this up? About the increased rates.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a pretty common theme that we're starting to see some tapering. The market really reacted negatively to the Fed minutes being released. I think it was Thursday. Where they kind of saw how dramatic this is going to be. Hopefully, potentially as far as the Fed stopping their bond purchases and even starting to sell into the market. So yeah, it's not getting any kind of stimulus for that way. It's going to be that exact opposite.
Exactly. All right, let's go to the chart for AMD. So a big thing about this is they went up real fast here. Market makers have to facilitate trade between buyers and sellers. Mm-hmm. And basically, they have to find a price where the buyers and sellers agree. And this happened extremely fast is kind of my point. We are kind of setting lower lows and lower highs. I don't want to short it here because I don't. My target would be like 125 to 110. So this is not enough. So ideally, I want this to come back to like 150. If it can come back between 150 and 155, I would really like to short this stock. But right now, it's a little bit too far from my strike price. NVIDIA is kind of a very similar graph. So NVIDIA, I want to like above 300. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. That's all right.
Okay. Interesting. There's actually a big story coming up there with Intel coming out with their discrete GPUs this quarter. Some of the early data
that would help. That would help the short.
Yeah.
This is a BA. So this is another deal here. I kind of want to go long on this stock. And now they have, Vinny, you don't want to talk about all the crappy things that have happened to them.
I was actually invested in Boeing prior to the whole pandemic. My underlying thesis was that they would sort out the 737 MAX program and that they'd go back to being like the beast that they are. Unfortunately, the 737 MAX kind of recertification for flight took longer than anticipated. You had the pandemic in the midst of that, which decimated premium class world travel. U.S. domestic travel has rebounded to a large degree. But still international and business travel have been largely cut back on, which is a big portion of what drives demand here. And then you also have the 787 MAX, which has had production issues. They had to shut down their factory in the Carolinas because they just weren't meeting criteria as far as production quality. So yeah, a lot of headwinds for BA. But at some point, I'd love to own them again.
Right. So this is COVID, not ideal.
Yeah.
They've been kind of trending downwards and downwards and downwards. I don't want to buy them where they're at right now. But if they do hit 185 again, I would definitely look at owning some BA.
Okay.
And then this is going to make, I can't remember. This is Peloton.
Yeah.
So this is the coolest chart I think I've ever seen. Let me just do a weekly here.
The funny thing
was just crazy.
going bearish Peloton right now is that they've come down so far, but still
I
show
know,
weakness.
and that's the crazy part, right? They've come down so far, and they can't get anything right. So I only want to take them short if they can get back up to a 42, 45 range.
Okay.
I want to see like it's like a failed breakout is what it's called. I don't want to take them short now because I don't know how long this can run. They've been getting massacred for so long. So.
Yeah. I know this feels like shorting Nikola back when we both went bearish on them.
Yeah, I lost like $100 on that.
Yeah, I made a couple bucks, but nothing crazy. I showed them from like 12 to 10.
Yeah. All right, go to the slides.
All right.
So these are the ones that I'm looking for that have conditions that are closer to where we're at. So Twitter short, Netflix long. This is super, super risky. Might not do it. It has to be in and out trade because their earnings are coming up like in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So this is not a long swing. This is like a day or two swing. You're only trying to capture 10 to 20% if it's an option. You're not going for something crazy.
Interesting.
All right?
Yeah,
And
I want to
then
see
Costco
the chart. Like, what do you think the support is here, and like, why do you think it's about to rebound?
It's more the RSI, but yeah. Let's do Twitter first. So Twitter short.
Okay.
Twitter short. All right. So Twitter's been getting hammered,
Mhm.
obviously. They didn't have great numbers and all that good stuff. And essentially they look like they're coming back down. If they can break this low here at 38.68, I'm gonna take them short. So,
Okay.
they have some support here. That's why this guy, whole series right here. But if they could break below it, they don't have anything super awesome until 35.
Okay.
So that is what I am looking at. Let's go to Netflix. Okay. This just is a downfall, right?
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of head and shoulders to me. That's why I put this trade on. And then it
it was definitely a solid trade. They put up a doji here, and then the next day they did make low, but it was on lower volume than the last 5 days during this whole down spike. Once again, this is a super risky trade. I might not do it. It's just, and if you are, you're not shooting for 600. You're shooting for like 560. You're not going anything crazy here. But they have pretty good support at 508, and then again at 543, which is where they're at. So this is more of a bounce as it continues to tank trade.
All right. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, it's come pretty far down pretty quickly, so I'm not surprised that you think it's going to get a little bounce and maybe then continue the downtrend.
This is super fast. This is almost too fast.
Yeah.
And this is a good example. The same thing happened here. It went from 670 to 590, almost a very equivalent drop right here. And then, it bounced up $40. So you can catch a $40 move.
Interesting.
For this, you'd just be looking to hit the 9 EMA, which will probably be right here when it happens. 570-ish.
I might take this one, dude. I might take this one.
You take the riskiest one.
Well, like I just got out of a trade on them, and like I understand what you're saying, and it makes sense to me.
You take the risky, okay? Costco. You know Costco?
Yeah, I know Costco.
So they just reported earnings, correct?
I did not actually see their earnings report. Yeah. I couldn't tell you. I can tell you, like, it's been a powerhouse stock for quite a while. Despite the fact that they seem expensive.
They killed it. They did really well. Basically, I think that this is more of just a sell off to capture profit because they were also kind of like AMD on a tear up here.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like them to come down to like maybe 520, 525 if I get a little bit greedy and then ride this back up the highs. That is my plan.
That's awesome.
Yeah, those three. Netflix would probably be the one you shouldn't take, but these all have conditions, right? So we just got news of a possible new variant.
Yeah.
Like a mix of Delta and Omicron.
They call it Deltacron in Cyprus, I think it was. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's too early to know if that really matters.
Completely.
Yeah.
But if the market tanks 10 points tomorrow, all these charts are messed up. And so
Yeah.
they're all trash. So you just don't take anything. If the market's more horizontal and then even, individual stocks are doing their own thing, that's when these trades work out best. But if there's a directionality of the overall market, these are all trash.
Interesting. Yeah. I think this year is going to be interesting. I think we're going to see a lot of like sideways movement over for the market overall. So I think it's going to be a stock pickers kind of year.
That's when I win. I don't win when the market's trending. So
yeah. Yeah, we'll see. All right, guys. So let us know. What do you think? Are you going to take any of these trades?
All right. Have a good one, dudes.
Catch you in the next one.